Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back welcome back in another stream about Train Driver 2, isn't it? So, chat, here we are again, playing some Train Driver, driving some trains. So today I'm gonna do something different. We're gonna do a little bit of everything. Well, almost everything. I'm not gonna be dispatching today because I can't be bothered. and I don't really feel like running a station would be a good idea. But we will begin from some single player action, and there is a reason why I'm gonna do some single player action today, chat. And you may see that on my menu multiplayer is not available for some reason. And yeah, there is a serious reason behind it. And no, I'm not banned. Not yet, at least. Who knows? Maybe. Is it the night mode? Yes, it is. We're gonna be driving at night, chat. We're gonna have a look at that mod, which was released like 2 days ago by Matsuo on the forums. And yes, unfortunately, it works only in single player, which is a bit of a shame. But to give some good news, because of appearance of this mod, developers actually addressed it on the forums. I'm not sure if every one of you have seen the topic. And they actually decided to introduce day and night cycle, at least in basic version, into Train Driver. And it will be available in, well, somewhere soon in the future. I'm not sure when exactly. That should be the question addressed to the developers. But they have actually addressed that on the forums, and yes, there's gonna be at least basic version of day and night coming into the game, just so that players can have something different. I'm not sure how it's gonna look like and how it's gonna work, but it's been officially announced on the forum, and probably well, my prediction is that it's gonna appear with the next patch, but don't take it for granted. I'm just having that my small prediction that it may come with the next patch in like bare bone version, and how it's gonna work, nobody knows. For now, we got a mod that we can test in single player, and it looks nice. It looks nice, and you will have a glance at it in just a few minutes. But before we jump into the game, chat, I would like to remind you, I am running a small contest for you on my Discord. And if you want to take part, all you have to do is to clip up to 60 seconds of any of my videos or streams from the past or current ones. Make it into a clip and post the link in appropriate topic on my Discord. I will then turn all the clips that you send me into shorts, and we will see who managed to find the best moment that will attract the most views within a specific period of time. And then that person is gonna get, what is that? Railway Empire and a few DLCs. So yeah, definitely worth a try if you want an extra game into your Steam library. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Other than that, I guess that's it, chat. I guess that's it. We may finally jump into the game. Obviously, if you are watching me and if you haven't subscribed yet, then press that button. Keep pressing it. Keep pressing it. I always appreciate more subscribers. Also, thank you very much to everyone who already subscribed or became a crew member, especially to crew members. Speaking of crew members, my apologies for delays with this month's updates. I will try to post it today or tomorrow, whichever is applicable. But yes, I will try to post it by the end of this weekend. My apologies, I was just super busy. I'm also trying to buy a car, and I'm constantly on the phone and checking the offers and stuff, and like I keep forgetting about things. Anyway, let's jump into the game. Enough of my talking. There we go. There we go. Now it works. Right, so single player in Train Driver 2. That undiscovered area that I never really tried, apart from creating my own empty scenario where I take screenshots for my thumbnails. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. That's how I do it. Literally, I always change the consist in this scenario and just edit the starting station every now and then to make it different. But that's all I do. And everyone can do it. In fact, you can do your own scenarios, or you can play one of those that are prepared by the developers. And here's the problem. Most of them doesn't work. I tried some of the 200 series scenarios. Couldn't find any that works. From line 139, I believe they all work. I haven't checked 002 up to 006, I believe. Oh, 001 to 006. Haven't checked those scenarios yet, so I'm not sure if they work. But everything past 200, I couldn't find anything that works. So yeah, there's not many places where you can test that nighttime mode. So let's try an express train, shall we? That shouldn't take too long. Probably we are looking at what, an hour-long trip, maybe. Nah, I don't think it's gonna take that long. Right, let's get it started. And there we go, chat. It's, well, pitch black, isn't it? Right, so let me turn on the lights. I think, yeah, I still remember how to do it. We got 3 minutes until departure, so I can turn on the lights. I can turn on gauge lights, and I can turn on, yeah, cabin lights are turned on. Train heating is gonna go on. I believe that would be appropriate thing to do. Cabin heating, do I need cabin heating? I don't really need that. Brake type speedy. We are express train after all. What else? Transformer on, main compressor on, perfect. I don't think there is anything else that I would like to turn. Let's set the camera while I can still see what's going on in the cabin. Yeah, that is Gucci. Now the lights go off. Spider, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Yes, I am trying a night mod, and it looks really nice. It looks really nice. Although it feels like it's a bit too dark in places. Like, I know it's just a mod, nothing is perfect, but yeah, let's say it would be nice to have a little bit more light inside the cabin, because that is too much and that is too little, in my opinion. But hey, you can't get things perfect, do you? But yeah, the cabin itself should be a little bit brighter, just a tiny bit, because all those LEDs would eventually create a little bit of a light, and that would lit up various elements inside the cabin, so it wouldn't be that much of a pitch black. But hey, again, it's just a mod, isn't it? Too bad we can't use it in multiplayer on some like PL2 servers or in private sessions where people can organize themselves and do like nighttime services or something. I know PL1 would be like a forbidden zone for that, but that would be nice to be able to play with this mod on like other servers that are less public, let's say. But hey, if there's gonna be official day and night cycle, I think I don't mind. Right, it's our departure, so it's time for us to get moving. There we go. Okay, we can now let it coast. We should start going downhill really soon. Because apparently that entire route is going downhill. It's not too long, as you can see. The timetable is very short, sadly. Right, let's introduce some brakes so that the train won't go too fast. There we go. It doesn't really feel like those brakes are doing much. Although, can't remember what is exactly the grade from Svardon when you are going downhill. But for such a light train, like I would have thought that, yeah, the brakes would be a little bit more effective. Apparently that's not the case. And as you can see, I'm on like a first notch of a brake. And the train is not slowing down. In fact, we are speeding up. Nookie Brut, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today. How are you doing? By the way, I wonder if I think there is cabin heating. No, train heating can go off. Transformer, no. ATB dimmer. There we go. Let's try with those dimmers. At night time, that should be appropriate. Really? Am I that scary? I never thought I'm that scary. Okay, let's use a little bit more brakes. Oh, I see. Yes, I dropped the armchair from my name, and if you would be looking through my Discord, I made an announcement about it about a week ago. I think it was a little bit over a week ago. And yes, I made slight rebranding because I thought like Fluffy Armchair Admiral was a little bit too long. So yes, I dropped Armchair from my name. And just kept it short. See, so you should unmute my announcement channel. I don't make too many announcements, but usually when I make some, it is about something important. There we go, the next scenery is loading. Good. Very good. Right, chat. So far, the nighttime mod looks pretty good. I really like it. I really like it. The graphics is pretty alright. There are some very shiny elements, as you could see, like station boards and stuff like that. It's very bright at night, and you don't really need any light source to lit it, and that's something that developers were probably working over past few months. Quite appropriate for that spooky season. Yes, it is. I completely forgot that people celebrate that stuff called what is it called? Halloween. Yes, yeah. I don't really celebrate Halloween. In Poland, we actually celebrate the 1st of November. I can't remember how it's called exactly. Oops. Oops, I messed up. Almost. And I slightly overcharged a brake pipe. Not appropriate. There we go. Okay, we are not stopping here. That is just Sulkichora. We are just passing through. We were supposed to be here a minute ago. Which means we are traveling a little bit slower than we should. Right. The only question is, do we actually get to see mechanical semaphores in this scenario? I don't think there is any scenario that will take us through stations that have any, and that's too bad. That's too bad, because I really wanted to see how they're gonna look on my screen. I've seen them on the video, but obviously whatever you see on the video will look slightly different to how it looks in reality. So it's always best to look at things yourself, and that's what I was hoping to see. Like any color light signals, they look amazing at night. Like literally you can spot them from very far away. Actually you can spot them from much further than they should be spotted. Just ignore this one. Like yes, virtual dispatcher doesn't know how to operate railroad crossings, so most of them won't work. And therefore they will be all opened, or if they are closed, they like signals won't work. But yeah, we can just ignore them in single player. In multiplayer, obviously, if you see one of those signals for railway crossing, then you should slow down to 20 kilometers per hour. Obviously I'm not gonna do that in single player, because I know nothing's gonna happen. Right, we still got approximately 2 minutes to go. There we go. That's another thing that virtual dispatcher can't do. we will never be stopped at the station by the semaphores. So you will never get S1 signal. What's my take on Kerfush? I don't even know what that is, honestly. Like, okay, I have rough idea what that is. I heard some weird stories about this machine, and I don't know. Like, honestly, it's some sort of like promotional stuff for Carrefour in Poland, I believe. So yeah, it's. I guess if it attracts certain good groups of people or target audience, I guess it works from like technical standpoint. If you think about it, if you want to sell stuff, you have to target different groups of people with any sort of advertisement or something that appeals to that sort of audience. So if people are talking about it, then it works, isn't it? Okay, I went a little bit too slow on this one. So I need to pull the train in. And get as close as possible to that W4 marker. Now the question is, when is the good time to start braking? Oh no, why would I rant about it? Like, okay, yes, it has cute cat face and whatever, but yeah, I think I've seen the picture of that thing maybe once, and yeah, it's alright, I guess. Yes, it would be nice if that would be a cute doggo rather than a cute cat, but hey, you can't get everything. Maybe next edition or next version will be like more of a dog appealing machine. Right, we were a little bit late, so I will wait for another 10 seconds. In fact, if I will release my brakes, that should actually do. And then we can depart. Come on, come on, get this train moving. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we can now let it coast. We are still going downhill. Oh, and I forgot. There was a sign for railway crossing, isn't it? Yes, there was probably. And I wasn't focused. The only sad part about single player in Train Driver 2 is that it's not really too exciting. Yes, you can still drive train and you can drive it from one point to another, but nothing really happens. You won't really encounter the same things you will in, or that you would in multiplayer, which is a bit of a shame. It's always nice to see other trains on the route. It would be nice to be held at a signal so that you have to let different type of train go. Obviously we are now driving express trains, so everyone would be letting us go through and stuff like that. That would be nice. But unfortunately you can't get that in single player scenarios in Train Driver 2. Because AI is not really programmed. The game wasn't even meant to be for single player. Well, at least not when it was released as a multiplayer game. Okay, I'm a little bit too sluggish right now. Okay, am I speeding up or I'm not speeding up? Okay, the train is speeding up very slowly. But the grade doesn't seem to be large enough to justify the use of brakes at the moment. We are still limited to 50 kilometers per hour, pretty much throughout the entire journey. Okay, I must have missed a marker. Oh, there we go, there's another one. I have to say that at night it's very easy to miss them, especially if I'm constantly peeking at the chat to see if there are any more messages. Obviously that part is my fault. But yeah, you really need to be focused in that nighttime mode. It looks really nice. Everything is pitch black. You can't really see much as it should be. There we go. We are approaching Rycerka, and on top of that, a new scenery is also loading. And we are pretty much right on time, just slightly late. It's just a second, to be honest. So yeah, bang on time. We were supposed to be passing Rycerka at 11:11, and it is exactly 11:11. Not really. It's not that difficult to drive at night. If you focus a little bit, you can react to pretty much anything. There's really not that much of a challenge. Obviously, if you would have to travel with mechanical semaphores, those will be slightly more difficult to react to, because you really have to spot pre-signals or distance signals. If you won't react to distance signals on time, then you're doomed, because there's no chance you're gonna react to semaphore when you're spotted, because you're gonna spot it like what, 80 meters ahead of your train, and that's probably the distance that you will be able to see anything. So that is not close enough. Obviously, if I will miss any sign that says, yeah, you need to slow down significantly because there's like a slow section ahead, then yeah, most likely. Demons, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Yes, it is. It is a nighttime mod. Okay, we are approaching a station, and we have a stop in here. And therefore, I shall begin braking. Skylar, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. Oh. Okay, where is the platform? Okay, we are still going downhill, so I'm trying to just release the brakes a little bit slower to not stop the train too early. But also to roll closer to that W4 marker, because my train seems to be very, very long. Oh, that might be a bit far. There we go. Okay. That's probably a little bit late stop. We are definitely... Well, we are at the station slightly later than we expected. And on top of that, can anyone tell me, how am I supposed to turn on that flashlight that I was supposed to have? Because it was said that driver now has a flashlight in that walk mode, but I can't see it, and it would be very useful. In fact, it would be extremely useful to have one. They lied to me. There is no flashlight, unless there is a special button to turn it on. Probably no one who knows is watching me. Oh well, too bad, too bad. I will probably read about it in the comments, but yeah, how do I turn on this flashlight? Because I don't have it. I'm not equipped properly to do my job today. Right, anyway, let's release the brakes. Otherwise we will be late. Well, we will definitely be late. But hey, that was supposed to be half an hour long scenario. The train is now rolling because the brakes are released, as you can see. Yeah, we are definitely on a downhill section. So let's get this bad boy moving. We don't really need to give it much throttle, just to bring it to reasonable speed. And since entire route is going downhill, I can just let it coast really soon. There we go. Okay, we are doing 40, I can let it coast. And now all we have to do is wait. I will probably apply my brakes really soon. Okay. Perfect. So now we are passing through Raicha, and apparently we are not stopping here. For some unknown reason. I was required to stop at the previous station, although I'm not stopping at the main station of the scenery. There we go. To be honest, chat, that is a really, really nice view when you are approaching like a station, and then you can see all those semaphores and lights in the distance. Like, they are really clearly visible from large distance. That's really nice, honestly. Like, I really like that view. And probably that's why I like to travel at night. You can barely see anything right in front of your locomotive. Obviously, normally there would be plenty of lights on that station, like all these street lights would be turned on, because why they would be turned off to begin with. There we go. We are approaching another railway crossing. That was Rajcha, and we are now heading to Milówka. The question is this scenario made correctly? So there should be another destination added after Milówka, so I can actually reach the station. If not, then AI dispatcher is going to stop me before I'm able to reach the station, and that will be shame. That will be a real shame. Okay. Would be nice to introduce some braking action. There we go. We got a little bit of a lag because scenery was loading. Okay, dummy dispatcher has initialized successfully, which means that there is another destination after Milówka. Obviously, Milówka is our last destination, so in about 5 minutes we should reach the station and we should be able to stop. Okay, train is now slowing down, which means that we might not be going downhill. Or the grade is not that big. Oh, okay. So it's just now that the scenery is loaded, and I don't see AI dispatcher loaded. Oh, that might be pretty bad. Okay, I think everything will work. We will see very soon, chat. We will see very soon. Okay, we are not stopping here. That's Milówka Zabawa. However, we will have to stop at Milówka because there is no more destinations. So I assume this is gonna be the last station of our route. In all honesty, yes, I was kind of hoping for it. Yes, I had high hopes of Lettuce, and I'm not disappointed. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There are so many railway crossings here. Obviously, throughout this journey I missed at least 5 of them, but hey. I'm just too excited driving at night in Train Driver 2, you know, chat? It's like something I've been waiting for. It's like a new toy. Right. That should be entry semaphore to Milówka station. If I'm correct. And now... we are approaching the platforms. Okay, I think I slowed down a little bit too soon. Although that might not be a bad idea. So obviously I'm aiming to stop this train at W4 marker, which is at the end of the platform. And we are just 1 minute late, which, yeah, that's perfectly fine, chat. That's perfectly fine. It's not the first time we are late in Train Driver. Yeah, definitely I overdone it on the brakes. Now I need to perform a roll of shame at 10 kilometers per hour. There we go. Perfect. Right, chat. That is, or that was, a nighttime mod. Obviously, yeah. For some reason, that headlamp or flashlight that driver is supposed to have when I jump off the locomotive doesn't work. And I can't really do anything unless there is a button to turn it on, but I don't know which one is it, so I'm not gonna even try because I will most likely break something. But yes, that was a nighttime mod, chat, and I believe now it would be appropriate time for us to hop in to regular multiplayer, but in order to do that, I will have to restart the game. If you want to test the multiplayer mode, there is a topic on the forums, or perhaps when the stream ends, I might add the link to that specific forum topic into the description of this video, so you will have easier time to navigate there. Unfortunately, you will have to translate the web page with the mod. That will give you instruction how to install it, because I'm not going to do that. So just use Google Translate on that web page and you will find out how to install the mod. It's very easy. You just download the file. Obviously your antivirus will most likely say, yeah, it's not some sort of subscribed file, so you will have to allow it to be downloaded. Then you have to unpack it into the right place and then just start the game using normal launcher, and you will get prompted with a short welcome message before you get main menu. If you answer yes to that message, multiplayer will be disabled and you will be able to drive in dark mode or in nighttime mode on single player. Obviously you will also notice that multiplayer is not enabled for you. Or if you answer no, you will be able to play regular train driver, join multiplayer servers, but you won't have nighttime mode. So a little bit counterintuitive. Normally you would have some separate launcher with the mods, but hey, train driver was never supposed to have any mods to begin with, so modding a multiplayer game that is, well, that is a free game on its own. And like usually you don't want to mod multiplayer games because it's considered cheating, so hey, you can't really cheat in like train driver game or whatever, like. But hey, yeah, it can be compared to cheating, so yeah. Anyway, chat, we will jump to daytime and we will drive some trains in multiplayer because that's exciting. Now, before I will do that, I will take a very short break so I can grab a few sips of coffee and restart the game, obviously. And in the meantime, chat, I need you to decide, are we driving a freight or passenger train? Because I haven't decided yet. And since the topic of today's video is a little bit of everything, we might actually build another train together and drive it. Obviously, I'm not going to build anything that is a complete abomination, but a little bit of creativity here and there is absolutely fine. So chat, think about it, and I'm looking forward to hear your suggestions in 5 minutes when we will see each other again. Let me just, in fact, I can quit the game. And then I can go in here. There we go. Bartek, well, we are just done with the nighttime mod. Now we will switch to normal daytime. Go to Gwempce, go to Gwempce. We will visit one of the stations in just a few minutes. But for now, I need you guys to decide if, well, what kind of train we will be driving, because I haven't decided for today. And before that happens, I'm going to take a very short break. So I'll be back with you in 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, chat. I'm back. Now it's time for us to assemble some trains. Shall we? Yeah, I think we should do that. So let's go into driver mode. And first, let's decide what we are going to drive, chat. What do you want me to drive? We got plenty of choices, to be honest. We can go with any of these. I hope you managed to spot all of them. So if anyone has any ideas what we could drive today, that would be amazing. Should we drive some EN57, perhaps EN71, just to make things easier? Or maybe we should go with standard, like EU07, or perhaps EP07, or maybe EP08 or ET41. There we go. Chat, come on, talk to me, chat. Or maybe we should go with SN81, and I'm gonna hate my life for another half an hour, probably. Or maybe we should go classic, EU06, chat. It's a really nice locomotive. In fact, it has exactly the same cabin as EU07, and the only difference is that outside it will look very old and worn. There is also SM42, quite large range of them. So, chat, what is it gonna be? What is it gonna be, chat? Okay. I see no decisions. Fine, I shall decide. Let's go with EN57. This model locomotive, yes, it doesn't have any carriages because it is EN57. That is just 65 meters long. A yellow one. What a yellow one. That's... What would you like in yellow? 1 to 6 tons. Do you remember a number of the yellow one? Okay, and that is a passenger. Okay, WR, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today. Right, so JPM effects. What do you mean by yellow? There is plenty of yellow units and locomotives. So which yellow one you wanted? Because there's plenty of them. You mean one of those? Or perhaps one of those? Or perhaps this one, which is white and yellow? Or maybe, well, this is mostly blue. This is yellow and blue again. And this is blue over yellow. And there is also SM42 in like yellow or EN57 is fine. Okay, okay. So it is gonna be EN57 then. Right, so we got our analysis. Let me just copy that so we can send it to the dispatcher. Let's give it a number. What was the number? I think it was 33. Okay, let's confirm. Let's have a look if that's the correct number. Oh no, I doubled the number. Oh dear lord. So let's edit that, and that's gonna be 34. Okay, there we go. Now I need to remember where did I go with the numbers. To be honest, chat, all these trains numbered from 01 all the way to 34 are the trains that you could see during my streams and videos. So all these consists, you could find them, and those are my personal trains, the trains that I built myself. Anything else on that list is something that was, well, that is coming with the game, so you can also try and play with those. And those are really, really nice consists. Obviously, you still got your analysis with them, which is what you are basically driving, type of train, length, weight, and basically type. So you can match everything for yourself. But the trains that I assembled are here, and obviously it's pretty much analysis of the train that's consisting in its name. Right, what else I need? I need to adjust my train number. No, not profile. That is settings, game, and train number 8811, which is typical for me. Okay, we can now drive our train. Yes, that is consist 34. What is my favorite train in the US? Hard to say. When it comes to favorite locomotive, I really enjoy GP38-2. That's one of my go-to engines. Although it's not super powerful, so you can't really assemble massive train with it. And I guess that's it. There's not that many favorite trains from US, or not that many trains that I like from US. There were some steam locomotives that I really enjoyed, especially the older ones. Those are really nice, like Cook Mogul and like these older locomotives. I really like how they looked like. Like Americans had that specific style of building all these steam locomotives, and that was really nice. Obviously, Big Boy is a classic example. Then there is a Mikado. I can't remember. I think it was American one. So those were really, really nice locomotives. But from modern engines, yeah, GP38, perhaps GP40. Yeah, I think it's called GP40. So those locomotives are fine, but there is not much other engines that I really like from modern era when it comes to US. Obviously, I'm mostly like into obviously Polish units, or units that are used on Polish railways, because most of them, well, some of them are not really coming from Poland, and those are really nice engines. German trains, yes, that's fine. Not really super fan of all of the British construction. Plus 66 is kind of a prime example. I really like some of the diesel like locomotives from UK. Not much into multiple units. They are really awful looking, especially in UK. And yeah, probably that's it. So that the moving parts were as accessible as possible. Yeah, but to be honest, like steam locomotives are really, really nice, especially the US ones. the UK steam locomotives. Some of them, only some of them. Like I really like how Flying Scotsman looks like. That's really nice and appealing locomotive. But yeah, for example, I don't really like Mallard. It looks like I don't know it. Okay, it has all those nice curves and it's very like aerodynamic and stuff, but it's again not my type of locomotive. There are also some like German steam locomotives that I really enjoyed. So yeah, there are some units. Most of them comes from Europe though. So sorry to disappoint when people are asking me what's my favorite US locomotive. There's not that many. You got me ranting. Not really. I was mostly answering the question. Anyway, let's decide where shall we go. We are driving EMU, so perhaps, well, definitely we can't get into Imielin just yet. But where should we go? Where should we go? Someone invited me to Gwemte. Let's have a look if Gwemte are online. Gwemte. Where is Gwemte? Gwemte. Come on, I need to find Gwemte. Maybe let's stop refreshing. Come on, stop it. There we go. That's much better. Right. Nope. Nope. I'm not sure if Gwemte are... Well, Gwemte might be... Don't think they are really online. It's Głogowo. Did I actually miss it? Nope. Imielin, Łęczyca. No. Orniki. Orniki is pretty much classic example of like station that you want to jump in. Otwocko, Czermin. Okay. You know what? I will jump to Orniki. I really like this station. Honestly, really like this station. So, let's jump in here and let's see. Oh, okay. If list is not refreshing, I can't spawn. Okay. So. Oh, now there is EZT. Okay. Perfect. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's move the camera back a little bit. A bit higher. That might be a bit too high. That's... Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Let's lock the camera. Perfect. Okay. Now I need external timetables. Yes. Cabin lighting. Left lamp. No. Right lamp. Yes, please. Cabin heating. Yeah, we can do. Cool. Okay. Gauge lights. Yes, please. Look absolutely beautiful. Hello 82, thank you very much for following me. Thank you so much. And welcome to the channel. Reset, no pantograph B. We don't really need that. We can just leave it. Unlock main transformer. Okay, okay. I think we are good to go. Now we need to go to neutral. Oh no, we are in neutral. Perfect. We need to jump to this cabin. Turn on left lamp. Yes, left lamp. And get back to this cabin. And now we can set reverser. And we have to wait for our timetable chat. I haven't requested anything specific, so dispatcher can literally give me anything. It might be very short, it might be very long. I don't really expect to have a very long stream today, so EN57 seems like a perfect idea. In fact, let me just set up external camera while I'm still on it. How does this thing? Oh, it's SKM livery. Perfect. There we go. Okay, I prefer this camera. It's slightly at an angle, but there's really not much you can do with the camera. External cameras are not specialty of this game, sadly. Maybe at one point. Okay, I can jump to here. Okay, we got proper lights here. And I'm still waiting. So let's give some time to the dispatcher. External camera simulator. External camera is really terrible in Train Driver 2. Literally, it's absolutely awful. Hopefully, that is on the list of things that developers are planning to add at some point. And to have some chase cameras, like similar to like Train Simulator or something, where you have a camera pointing at an angle at, well, between first and second carriage, roughly, or like at reasonable distance from the start of the train, or you have a little bit more flexibility where a cabin that is active is acting like a middle point. Yeah, similar to that, and that would solve the problem. Perhaps it wouldn't be possible to add like one of those what is that, pass-by cameras, which is like setting itself along the tracks, because that would be probably too difficult to program. Although, who knows, whatever developers have in their toolset, perhaps that might be possible. But yeah, definitely some nicer chase camera that is using specific point of the train as a middle point would be a little bit better, and this way you will players would have a little bit more flexibility to set up their cameras as they wanted to, and that would be really nice. Anyway, we are still waiting for our timetable. I hope that dispatcher is not going too fancy on this one. It looks like how is this working? We got Buggy and we got Vitko, so I don't know. I have Buggy responding to me for some reason. But yeah, looks like departures might be in about an hour. I'm fine with that, but it's about you, chat. Do you want to see me standing on this siding for about an hour? Because that's what's gonna happen. I don't mind. We can wait for an hour and get some nice timetable. If that's what needs to be done, then it needs to be done. Obviously, Train Driver is quite busy right now. Yes. Okay. Yes. Sounds good. Yeah, let's put I can wait. There we go. And let's see. We got a weird train number, which is one. Yeah, that's probably dispatcher under like a different name. I'm not sure what happened and why that is happening, but hey, there we go. So I got okay, I got a timetable that starts in a couple of minutes. So why would there be ones that technically starts in an hour if I got correct time? Yeah, I'm on a correct time zone, so yes, I got a nice timetable. The question is how long I will have to wait till I'm being led onto the platforms. It may happen at any point now, providing that my timetable starts. What is that? Oh, I got a long stop at Beowulf, which is nice. That's really nice. Okay. Okay, so we are going to drive into platforms. Captain Michael, yes, dispatcher is having like 2 simulators open. Probably he's dispatching on more than one station. But it's actually first time that I see a dispatcher responding from completely different account than the main one that is actually dispatching. Yeah, but do you then have to connect to your station as a driver? Because it looks like the dispatcher is actually connected on 2 accounts for some reason. Oh, I see. Yeah, but I thought it's illegal to actually join as a driver and make yourself a timetables. Yeah, that's why I was confused, to be honest. Although at least he changed his train number to 1, so that indicates that, yeah, he's doing something special. Right, Orniki Rzeka, which direction is that? I think I am facing the right direction. 1 number indicates shunter. Sounds logical. Okay, yeah, I always keep forgetting in which direction that is. Okay, so I need to turn left lamp, main lamp, there we go. I need to go to neutral, turn that off and turn on the marker lights. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Back to this cabin. Fair enough, I always keep forgetting, honestly. And I've been dispatching on this station several times, honestly, and I don't know my own station. I never remember in which directions things are. Right, chat, I'm gonna take a very, 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 very quick break, and then we can depart. I still got 10 minutes until departure, which is perfectly fine. And I'll be back with you in 5 minutes, probably. Alright, chat, I'm back. I see. So you've been dispatching at Chermin. And to be honest, I dispatched on quite a few stations so far. You can actually look through my videos and find out which stations that was. And I really enjoyed all of them so far. Obviously, my best bet would be for SPK or Nikki. I really like this station. And for SPE, recently I've tried Krzemienice, I believe. I think it's called Krzemienice. I really had fun with that station, honestly. Especially with that module where things can break down on you. I just loved it. There was a point where my station was basically completely non-functional and I had to deal with it somehow, and obviously I had no clue how to do it other than stop the traffic through a specific section until engineer is gonna fix it. And later on I found out, yeah, you can actually try and fix it the other way before you call in the engineer to like make sure that you can just reset some sensors, and sometimes it works. I didn't really knew about this, so yeah, it was that learning curve, but it was really nice to work with SP. I'll definitely try it more when I get some time. Right, chat. Let's have a look. We are at Orniki. Oh, there we go. That lady's head is getting in my way. Let me just get rid of that. To the side. Maybe that to the side, so we can grab a nice screenshot. There we go. Screenshot done. And the least favorite station for me is Wielichowo. I've never really tried Wielichowo, so I can't really say much about this station. But who knows, I might try it at one point. Definitely, I will be looking forward to do that. Right, chat, we are waiting for the passengers to get into the train. We still got about 5 minutes. Orniki was fun. Yes, Orniki are always fun. Orniki are definitely always fun. I can't remember which station I tried on STS. I think it was... Oh, it was Budzwileński. That was really nice station. Although this is like a terminus station, so you don't have pass-through tracks. You always have to change direction when trains are stopping there. It doesn't really add much to the difficulty, because like drivers usually know that they have to change the cabin, and station doesn't really support any other types of trains, so you can't have like a fast passenger train pulled by EU07 or EP07 that would have to do some crazy maneuvers around. So yeah, that's one of the stations where you only see EN57s and EN71s. What else? I can't remember the name of that tiny station, but it was like a level 0 station. And it's pretty much the same as Orniki. So you got 2 main tracks in the middle, 2 platforms, and 2 like additional main tracks, or whatever this is called. And literally that's it, and that's pretty much it. You got very long tracks there. You can fit any kind of train that is passing through your station. You don't have any sidings. I can't remember the name of that station, but yeah, it's one of those virtual stations for new dispatchers, and it was still really fun. I had some interesting traffic through there. What it was then, obviously my first ever service that I ever recorded was on Imielin. Oh, everyone was really angry at me. But I kind of love this station, honestly. But yeah, Imielin is a specific station. It has specific place in my heart. I still like this. I really like this. It's just one of those stations that every now and then you like to start. And I'm really glad that it is on today. Too bad it didn't appear on my timetable. But who knows? Maybe when we get to Czermin, I might try and request another timetable. And Grabów Miasto was fun with all the... Oh yes, Grabów Miasto is interesting. It is definitely interesting. Okay. Chat. My departure is getting close. It is getting close. Okay. So. Okay. Let's give a thumbs up to dispatcher. And off we go. We are stopping really soon at Orniki Rzeka. Okay, there's 30 km/h speed limit on that junction, so I had to slow down. And now we are approaching 70. And we are also approaching Orniki Rzeka. Okay, let's slow down to a bit more reasonable speed. I know I'm getting a bit late. Let's pull the train a little bit closer to W4 marker this time. Okay, that should do. We don't need to go all the way till the end, because obviously we got very short consists today. We got that 1 minute late, but hey, not too bad. Let's give it a couple of seconds so that passengers can board the train. And off we go. In 2 minutes we have another stop. I really like to drive EN57. It's dead easy to drive. Like, you can't be wrong with this engine, honestly. Like, if you want just relax with Train Driver, you just drive this thing. It is so easy. And obviously, if you ask nicely, a dispatcher can actually make you a massive timetable. It will take you hours to complete. There we go, the next scenery is loading. I will just carry on at 100 km/h, which is the speed limit of the next scenery. Can't really go much faster. I don't think the next scenery, next scenery won't load. There's no chance for that. We will always see that black screen. That's pretty much standard. And it's probably my fault. because I'm running the game on a very, very, very high settings, and obviously the game is not able to just load this on time. If I would drop down my graphic settings, I would probably be able to load the sceneries ahead of time. I'm not gonna lie. I might test it at one point. That would be a good test around. To just lower the graphic settings and see where I can get. Oops, I think I approached this station a little bit too fast. Oh, look at that quick braking, chat. Oh, I'm fairly sure that my passengers didn't enjoy that because I'm on absolutely full brakes. Oh, like a metro train driver, honestly. Like, it's like, ooh, that was rough. Chat, that was rough. But hey, it's a game. I'm not really carrying passengers. It's just bags of potatoes. All right, let's get this train moving. I wonder if there are plans to introduce some sort of improved physics for EN57 and EN71. Because as you can see right now, I can literally just crank it all the way up, and the train will just speed up to my desired speed. There's no chance I will ever see a wheel slip in this thing. Like, it never happens to me. If anyone ever managed to cause a wheel slip in EN57, I would love to see the video of that. Because that never happened to me. And that's why this unit is so easy. Honestly. It is dead easy to drive. Okay, let's lower that. Okay, I am approaching a red signal. Nice and slow. Yes, I'm aware. Okay, chat, and now we wait. Right, in all honesty, chat, we have a very long commercial stop at Beowulf, so whatever is happening right now, I'm not bothered, because while my train should arrive at 8:05, I still got that extra time, so if dispatcher is gonna sleep a little bit, that's not a big deal. Perhaps he's now trying to set my route, and that's fine, that's fine. Oh, I'm getting some hello. I never do that because normally you don't really do such things, so I never respond to those in this way. That is not appropriate way to drive a train. We are, after all, simulating things. So I am fully aware that there is another driver, because there can't be any AIs. And if someone wants to say hello, you can do that on the chat. Yeah, that's why we have chat function. Obviously, you don't. Well, you should not chat, because that's not what it is for. But you can still say hello, and people will respond. Right. I'm going to wait until 10 past. What is this signal? Oh dear lord. Again, even though I got so good graphics settings, from this distance I can't really read what's on the bottom of semaphore or what's the semaphore number, and I have to literally walk to it to verify if it's A, B, C, because obviously this one's A, but this one might have different number, or it might be E, F, G, whatever. Right. So okay, so there is a confusion from the dispatcher. He probably didn't realize that I already got a timetable. How did this happen? How did this happen? Did someone delete my timetable? No, that there is no chance. How can anyone explain it to me? How did this guy manage to not realize that he has train coming? Okay, so apparently the dispatcher wasn't able to give me regular signal. I'm not sure why we get substitute signal. Technically I should be informed what's the reason, but I believe that dispatcher might not be aware how to set my route. Let's see where it's gonna take me. I'm late now, chat. I'm formally late, which is typical thing to happen, I guess. Wait, is that... Okay, that's a level 3. That's a level 3 dispatcher. So, he must have me on his timetable list. Nice and slow. Well, technically I went a little bit further than I had to. But it gives me better visibility of the semaphore ahead. Obviously now I need to wait for dispatcher to figure out... Oh, there we go. He managed to quickly figure out what kind of route I have. There we go. We got 100 on the exit. 100. Chat, that's not correct. There is a 60 limit. How is the semaphore giving me 100? I have a feeling that I'm being sent on the wrong route. But hey, it's not for me to comment. Let's give this dispatcher a benefit of a doubt. There we go. Okay, we are slightly late, mostly because of a bit of a confusion. Nothing too bad. Okay. Right, chat. I'm 100% sure there's gonna be 60 speed limit here. So I'm not gonna go faster than a speed limit. There we go. That's a 60. Okay, so that's why the semaphore was saying 100, but it makes no sense. If there's a route that gives you 60 right behind the semaphore, why the semaphore would say, yeah, you can smash it at 100? If you are doing 100 on those junctions, then there's no way you're gonna stop or slow down to 60 in time. There we go. Okay, we are approaching Bobrowniki. Okay, I still got time to respond. There we go. Right, where is that station? There it is. Platform shouldn't be too far because it's all 60. By the way, chat, is there something wrong with YouTube? Because I noticed that yeah, there are no people looking at this stream on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's just not that popular, which might be the case, or if there is something wrong with YouTube again, which used to be a case a few streams ago. You are on YouTube. Okay, so the stream is working fine there. That's fine. That's fine. That's really reassuring. Right, let's take that few seconds to for the passengers to board. Okay, now we can release the brakes and let's get going. So that was Bobrovniki. We are 2 minutes late. There we go, the next scenery is now loading. Oops. I am going a little bit too fast, my fault. There we go. My fault, my fault. Oh dear Lord. I really need to focus. There we go. Oh dear, chat. My apologies, I'm a little bit distracted today. And there we go. We are now approaching Fermi. Oh wow! It takes some time to load the new scenery, even with my honestly, like I really need to think to lower the graphics settings. Okay, we can now crank it all the way up. Speed limit here is 110. Obviously, we got 2 stops to perform at Czermin Południe in about a minute. Oh, there we go. And then at Czermin. Yeah. Okay, I will wait with the response. until I stop. There we go. I hope I haven't missed anything while I was typing. I really hate to answer to the dispatcher while I'm still driving, because obviously that keeps me very distracted. I probably need to program that as a quick response, because yeah, at this point I just hope that I haven't missed Czermin Południe. I was technically 2 minutes late in my timetable, so there's still chance. Oh dear Lord. That I'm still approaching the station rather than missing it. There we go. km/h. That's a good speed. Let's reset the alerter. Okay. Now we will have to slow down to 100. At the next semaphore, of course. And that is a sign for Czermin Południe. So the platform is very close. Let's give it a tiny bit of brake action so that I can reduce the speed to more reasonable levels. 90. I believe the Czermin is shortly after that bridge. Yeah, I can slowly see the shadows of the platform. Let's reduce the brakes. There we go. We are doing 50 on the approach. We are roughly 100 meters away from the platform. There we go. Nice approach. Not too much brake force. Oh, there we go, alerter. Nice and smooth stop. Doors opened. I'm quite sure that the entire train is now along the platform edge. There we go, we managed to fit. Perhaps we could go all the way till the end, but hey, there's no need. Raliev, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today, and thank you so much for continuing your membership all the way for 13 months now. And look at you, you got brand new icon. That is a nice promotion. In fact, speaking of icons, I think YouTube recently added option to include like a 36 months badge for subscribers, or for for subscribers, for crew members, but I haven't added that yet. And probably it will take ages until I will be able to make it, because I never actually designed that many. I designed only for 24 months, because that was as much as I could add at that time. Okay, we are limited to 40 on nearest junctions, or 40 or 60, so Looking at this route, that will be 60. Isn't it, chat? Yeah, it's Chermin. It's always 60. Okay, there we go. We can let it coast. We are doing 55. How is it going? It's going really good. For now, I got really nice and relaxed stream. We will probably do one more trip in that EN57 and then we will wrap it up. I don't really want to stream for a very long time today. There we go, just as expected. Signal is at 60. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Well, 55, 57. Perfect speed on approach. We are about 4 minutes late. There we go. I got another alerter. And are we going on? Yeah. We are going forwards. There we go. Let's enter the station. Are we gonna... Yes, we are going to descend on the side track. Well, not fully on the side track, but on the additional track, so we won't block the main line. Which is exactly what I want. So obviously we need to wait for another timetable to be generated, and then we need to wait for departure time, which I hope will happen within the next 10 to 15 minutes, maybe slightly later. But I don't want a departure that's right away, because it makes no sense. I really don't like to have like timetable right after timetable right after timetable. I prefer to take it slow, you know. There is no rush. There is no rush. I always have time to change the cabins and stuff. There we go. And now I can do this thing. And let's see what we're gonna get. Relief. The night mode is... It's really dark. I have to say, the night mode is really, really dark. That's why the game looks slightly different for me, because I haven't really... Ah, there we go. I got departure in like less than a minute. Yeah, that's good. Right, so what do we have? Chermin Podgórze. Do we have any longer stops? No, nothing. Ooh. Nice and short. About an hour long timetable. Do I have? I don't have the departure signal yet. Perfect. Ganon. Multiplayer is really nice in this game. Obviously, there is a little bit of learning that you need to do. Because people on multiplayer don't really like when you make too many mistakes. There are some allowed, but obviously everything within the limits. But other than that, yeah, it's really nice. I never had any issues with multiplayer in Train Driver. And I've been playing this game for, well, nearly 2 years now. Right, the exit is at 60. Therefore, we shall limit our speed. Well, there are a few train simulators with multiplayer. So there's Train Driver 2, which I strongly recommend if you like European style trains. If you prefer something more of American style, Run 8 is a simulator that should spark your interest. And I think that's it for now. There's not many more multiplayer train simulators. Oh, okay, we can actually smash it. We got 110 right now. $67.2 kilometers on this timetable. Not too bad for a passenger train. That's pretty good timetable. Well, obviously, if you get a dispatcher who is willing to make you manual timetable for EN57, oh dear lord, you can go up to 250 kilometers long. But oh dear. Even I would struggle to survive this kind of timetable. That would take like 6 hours to complete. I mean, Run 8 also has a dispatcher system. So it's not unique to Train Driver. You can also play as a dispatcher in Run 8. Although there are some dedicated servers, you need to go through some verifications, speak with people in there, and then I think there is a way that you can just join in and only dispatch on a station, and that's a job that you can do there. Or you can drive one of those massive, like freight trains. Both ways are fully valid. Right, where is that station? Oh, there we go. Now I am approaching the station. And obviously the platform for me is here, so it's a staggered station. I need to remember about that. I can give it a little bit of brakes. Domke, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you will have a great time today, and thank you so much for continuing your membership for entire 7 months now. Wow. That is long. That is really, really long. Okay, 40 on the approach, and okay, I am just a minute late. Not too bad for me. Okay, we can now stop. Train should be fully within the platform. Doors opened. Good. So give it a shot if you want to learn how to drive one of those trains, or if you want to learn how to dispatch when you've driven enough in multiplayer, because you can't just jump right into dispatching in this game. Then feel free to message one of the trainers on the forum, arrange yourself a training session, and they will teach you how to drive each individual trains in Train Driver. And later on, when you reach 400 kilometers driven, they will also show you how to do dispatching on different types of dispatch boxes, because there are many different types. And that's the only way you can get tutorials in this game. Well, you can always try and read wiki and learn from there, but yeah, the amount of materials in English might be a little bit sparse. This game was never really meant for international market. It has some basic English language, but obviously it's mostly addressed to Polish audience, so yeah, the number of all the materials that are available is a little bit limited compared to materials in Polish. But that's why you get help from trainers. Are all the routes in Poland? In this game, yes. They are all based in Poland, and the entire game is based in Poland. Although those are semi-realistic routes, as much as you want to describe them. So the route between station is completely fictional, but the stations themselves, some of them are realistic, some of them are fictional. Right, oh dear lord, we are now heading to Góra Włodowska. Oh, this is gonna be very, very, very long trip. Yeah, Góra Włodowska is one of those very long sceneries. Scaled open world, nah, this is not gonna happen anytime soon. It just takes too long to prepare such a route. On top of that, there's also a commercial game incoming, also based in Poland. So it's called SimRail. You can find it on Steam. And it's also gonna have multiplayer, and this one will feature one specific route in Poland that is like 300 odd kilometers long. There's also gonna be 10 dispatch boxes, several different multiple units and trains that you can drive. But the exact release date is not yet announced. But yeah, you won't see anything close to like Euro Truck Simulator. That's probably not going to happen. Pretty much the only game that tried to do that, and it's not really appealing game to anyone who likes to drive any sort of trains, is called Train Life. You can find it on Steam. I actually tested that game at some point, and yeah, the concept is interesting, although it has nothing to do with any sort of realism. So it's not really a game that appeals to me. But yes, that is something you are talking about when it comes to similarities to SCS. So you have your own train company, you move cargo across entire Europe, you got scaled routes and stuff like that. But you can also hire different drivers, buy different locomotives and send them on those routes, transport some cargoes, help towns to develop and stuff like that. It has all those functionalities, and obviously there are also like AI trains that are moving around and you have to deal with something, but there's no like a proper dispatch system. And that creates a lot of problems because you may accidentally go on a route where there is a train in front of you, which would never happen on the railways, or, well, if it happens on the railways, it usually ends up in a crash, and you don't want that. And yeah, well, the concept was interesting, but the end result, in my opinion, is terrible at most. I don't think that would work. It's just not something that I think would work. Probably your best chance to get some good mods for train simulators, providing that there is any sort of modability in it, is to try to mod railworks and make multiplayer for it, but oh dear, I don't think that will be possible, because I think Dovetail is not really a supportive company when it comes to mods, and if you would try to release such mods, they would block you legally, because they want money out of it, and they wouldn't let that happen. So yeah, I don't think anything with that game would work. Any sort of like station movement and stuff like that, that also wouldn't work, because you don't have full network of connections, so it wouldn't be possible to track it. It's unlike Flight Simulator that has pretty much entire world coverage, and it would work. It doesn't work for train simulators. There's just too many routes, and you would have to make too many routes to make it happen. You can't even do that within one country, because there's not enough routes made. Right, chat, it looks like we still got a long way to go. Obviously, getting through Góra Wodowska always takes ages, because it's a massive scenery. It's like 24, 25 kilometers long, or maybe it's longer. I think it's one of the longest sceneries in the game, so that's like... can't remember. And it's super long. It is super long, and you can actually see it. Well, you can give it a try. I know there is like a live train tracker being prepared for SimRail for that one route that's going to be there. I think developers also shared a screenshot from it, and it looks like pretty much like a Google Maps, where you can see each individual train on the route. I'm not sure how it's going to work exactly, but yeah, there is such thing done for multiplayer in that game. So players who are not playing currently, they can actually see where each train is at the moment. And since the game will have 24-hour timetable, that's really interesting how it's gonna look like in the end. Oh well, anyway, just try it yourself and see how it works for you, but I don't see any way to actually do any sort of spreadsheet that would make any sense. Especially that most of the train simulators are single player games, so you can't really track individual players in single player how they are doing. Like, it's only Train Driver 2 and Run 8 that has any sort of multiplayer. And speaking of Run 8, some of the servers actually have live trackers. So I believe there is a server called Highball or something like that. And that server actually has a live tracker for trains that are driving, or for players that are driving on different servers. Right, so we are now passing through Góra Włodowska. We are 1 minute ahead of time. Well, good luck with that, good luck. You can give it a shot, as I said, but I don't really see a way you can realistically make that happen. There we go. By the way, one interesting thing about Góra Włodowska, since this route is designated for 160 kilometers per hour, technically the train that I'm driving should not even be allowed on this route, because I can't reach certain speed. Can't remember what was the minimum speed. I think the minimum speed for the trains that could operate on that route is 130 kilometers per hour. Can't remember. But yeah, there is a minimum speed that this train would have to be able to reach in order for it to operate regularly along the route that Góra Włodowska is part of. And sadly, yeah, EM57 is limited to 110 kilometers per hour, and therefore those trains should not be allowed to operate on that route. Right, let me just give a thumbs up to the dispatcher. I actually just realized that Góra Włodowska is a learner level station. Oh, well, basically because there is no station here. It's just those sidings that we've been passing through, so you don't really... Well, you get passenger traffic through this station. Well, station. I'm still calling it station even though it's not a station. Through this post. But there is really no passenger station. So you never get passenger stop. The most you can get is a train needing to stop for technical stuff and wait for route to clear. That's the most you will get at Góra Włodowska. So when it comes to dispatching in Train Driver 2, there is a Discord, there is TeamSpeak 3 server, which you can join, you are free to do so. Whenever you are dispatching, you can be there, but there is official level of communication, channel of communication, and that is called a chat. There is a out of the game chat that you can see on some of my streams. It's website based, where you manage your timetables and stuff, and that's where you officially communicate with all the dispatchers. It's mostly because not everyone has to be on the voice channel. Obviously, if someone is on the voice and you know that you have to send the train between your station and his station, then you can use voice communication, but by default there is like a chat that's built in, and you should be using that one. Andre Villa, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. What is that question that you have? Right, chat, in 6 minutes I should be approaching the next station. Diesel CFR Romanian loco in Mașina. I don't know. I don't really plan to drive CFR loco in Mașina. I'm not sure if it's even in the game. I know that ST43 is in the game, and I've already driven that locomotive once. Okay, we are now approaching Rudnik nad Sanem. And I'm also approaching a red signal. And a speed limit of 70. Wow, there is a lot. How's my route so far? As you can see, it's not too bad, although unfortunately I will have to stop for a moment, because dispatcher still haven't set my route. Oops, I overcharged the brakes a little bit. Nice and slow. I need to approach that signal. Just creeping in case the signal changes before I reach it. There's no need to rush. My train is already late. Okay, right after 70. Okay, I can try and get as close to the semaphore as possible. There we go. That is a perfect stop, chat. See that? Now I can actually see the nameplate of the semaphore. That is a perfect stop, chat. If you ever have to stop at the semaphore, you should be able to read a number plate on it, so that you can identify where are you. Obviously, if you stop a little bit sooner and you just see the semaphore face, technically dispatcher should know what is the number or name of the semaphore, or like a letter on the semaphore, where you are waiting, because they have their own timetables, and they can see, okay, this train should arrive from this station at that time. They should also be fully aware that you have been dispatched from the previous post, and then you have to arrive at the next post at some point. So it's not impossible for dispatcher to realize that, but yes, it's a learner level dispatcher, so that's why I have to wait, because he's too busy to set timetables for new trains rather than dispatching trains that are currently on the route. And therefore, I'm gonna be late. Right, I am going to there we go. There we go. So basically, signals are tied to the switches. So when dispatcher will set a route through the station in any way, obviously signals are also locked. So when you set a correct route that can be routed through the signal, then you can draw a signal. That's how it works. And there are different types of locks and locking mechanisms. Some of the stations are mechanical, so you have to set different levers to change the switches, lock those switches. You have to ensure that the route is set correctly, and then you can draw a signal both for entry or exit. You also need to lock the route with another post and stuff like that. So there is quite a lot into it when it comes to dispatching in Train Driver 2. There are also electronic or like electric mechanisms where you got like a panel or electric panel, and you have to like set the switches again. The route is the routing is pretty much the same, but you use different controls. Yeah. Then you have like a electrical panel where you set the switches, you set the route, and then you draw individual signals along the route to allow the train to enter that selected route. That's pretty much how it works. And then you have the most modern, which is electronic system, which is basically like a computer-based program where you just select starting signal, end signal, and the program is sorting everything on its own as long as it can do that. And that's pretty much how it works. And obviously when it comes to SPK, it's not that easy to operate, so you have to know how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, you will struggle and you will cause delays like I'm facing right now. And now I have to wait. So we'll see what's gonna happen, chat. We'll see what's gonna happen, because I haven't unlocked the route yet. That signal is still on red. Speaking of another answer, Andrei Via, I'm not planning to buy any content for Train Simulator Classic just at this moment. There we go. I can now release the brakes and we can enter the station. That's that. I am aware that there might be some locomotives from Romania that are available in Train Simulator Classic, and I appreciate the comments and suggestion, but at this moment I'm not planning to buy any more content. But there will be time and place when I will try to invest some money into some games, and I will definitely consider that as an option. Entry at stop. Entry at stop is a good thing to say to a dispatcher that has some experience. And the reason why there are like identification plates on the semaphores is so that I can communicate. I am waiting at this semaphore because yeah, dispatcher might get confused, and it's good to identify I am here. And could you let me in, or could you let me out? Obviously, sometimes I just can't see the semaphore in front of me, but that's also a method to communicate, because all these semaphores are described clearly in the signal box. So dispatcher will have easier time identifying, okay, that train is waiting here, or that train is waiting there. Did I get written order? No, I got orange signal. Why would I get written order for that? Today I haven't got any written orders. It's been a while since one of the dispatchers gave me one of those. Right, we can effectively depart. It's been a very short stop, but hey, why not? Why not? Dispatcher is probably in a rush now. Oh, sometime. Yeah. Sometime I did have the written order. I also issued few. Okay, let's give him a thumbs up, even though he did a good job for learner level driver. He did a good job. Okay, maximum speed permitted, so I can just smash it. Okay. And we got one more. Oops, I completely forgot that there is 70. Oh, and we are approaching 40. Okay, let's give it a little bit more brakes. I really don't want to ram that 40 limit while doing 60. There we go. Okay, then it goes to 50. There we go. Obviously, chat, I always keep forgetting to turn off some of the communicators, and right now I'm getting plenty of messages. Oh dear lord, dear lord, dear lord. Okay, we are slowly moving at 40, there we go. That's... That's this. Fantastic. Okay, we can now speed up again. All the way to 50, chat. That's 2 consecutive speed limits. One after another. And we should also be approaching a station. I hope I haven't missed this. Oh, there we go. There it is. There it is, chat. I can see it. Station approach at 50. Oh, it's one of those old platforms. Oh, okay, there is a new platform. Oh dear lord, I nearly stopped too early, chat. Which is a nice thing about EN57, it has very quick reacting brakes, mostly because it's electro-pneumatic brake. So brake cylinders react very quickly, and you have really nice control over your brake power. And it's hard to go wrong on this one. There we go. Okay, again I'm getting more and more messages. All of a sudden, people want to message me today. I like driving SN81. Oh dear lord. To be honest, it's not my favorite unit. I've driven it once on the stream. Was it once? Yeah, I think once. And okay, the only good thing about SN81 is that you can do somewhat reasonable passenger routes along all those very tiny stations if you get proper route. But people rarely run those routes because there are only 2 units in the game that could ever go there. Oh dear lord, it's still 50. See chat, I am not focused. I am not properly focused. Okay, we are still in 50 zone. Also, apparently it's only the track to my left that is a full 120 or 100, and this track is limited to 50 because why not? But my timetable mentions, yeah, I can smash it at 100. Oh dear. It's fun to drive with how fast it stops. Oh yes, yes, like SN81 is like really nice, and well, it's a tiny engine. It's literally a rail bus. That's what it is. Oh dear lord. We are now doing 50 very slowly. We are driving so slow. Yep. Right, so the next stop is Volanovska. I don't think we're gonna make it on time. Yeah, we will be late because of delays that we caught on this scenery. There we go, that's another EN57 or EN71. I think that was EN57. I couldn't see the number. Oh, there we go, chat. Finally I can speed up to 100. Check this out. There we go. That is much, much better. There we go. The next scenery is now loading. Obviously, typical lag. That is a neutral section. Fabian Greavy, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you'll have a great time today. How are you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh dear lord. Looks like during the loading screen, my train was constantly speeding up, and that's not correct. I actually exceeded the speed limit, which is not something I like. Okay, we got entry to the station. Oh, for a second I thought it's a railway crossing that I missed a sign for. Sometimes those signs are being generated in that like magic forest, or no, they are not generated there. I'm not sure if they can be generated on a previous scenery, but they might be at the very entrance of the scenery, and when your train loads, obviously you can't see them, or you see them only for a fraction of a second, and it's very easy to miss. Right, chat, we are now heading to Volanovska. We should be approaching the station very, very shortly. There we go. Okay, the next signal is stop, so it's wise to slow down. Okay, we are doing 60. Now release the brakes. We still got am I going to drive SM42? Next Friday. Most likely not. I can't guarantee what I'm gonna be streaming next Friday, chat. I never do such guarantees because I don't know what's gonna happen. There might be some release that I would like to feature, and obviously then I will quickly schedule that for next week's stream. Literally, since I started my apprenticeship this year, the decision about the next stream comes in on the same day as the stream happens. Today, the decision to stream Train Driver 2 came in literally an hour before the stream started. So I can't really guarantee what's gonna happen next week because I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen. If there's no new releases, then I will see what's gonna be streamed. At some point, I used to give my audience ability to vote for it, but obviously setting up these votes takes more time than it's worth, because then there is 1 or 2 people voting, or people are voting for all the options and they just want to see everything, which makes absolutely no sense. So, you know, chat, I might come back to that at some point and start setting up some sort of a pool to some degree, but yeah, I can't guarantee if I'm gonna be driving. I might be dispatching, I might be doing something else, or maybe next week I will just cancel the stream because something happens. Chat, I can't guarantee. I'm trying to stream every Friday, and that's what I'm trying to do, but recently my schedule was so hectic that I can't guarantee anything. The only thing I can guarantee is that if the stream is going to happen next week, it's going to happen on Friday. And that's going to be at 5 PM UK time. Or around that time. Today I started like 20 minutes later. There we go. Oh, 5 PM Polish time. No. I usually start at 5 PM UK time anyway, which is an hour after you. But again, I don't make any guarantees because I can't just make such guarantees. Oh, there we go. Station comes in much closer than I expected. Ooh. Ooh, that is super late braking, chat. My passengers will hate me. Oh, and this lady is way too close to the tracks. Okay, but chat, it's not too bad. We are just 2 minutes late. So that's a good time. That's a good time, chat. Right, the next stop is Strumień at, well, in about 10 minutes. There we go. This guy was having the time of his life, isn't it? There we go, so that was Wolanowska Wieś, and now we are heading to Warszowice. We are not stopping there, just passing through. Dear Lord, that was really quick. Still speeding. Oh, dear Lord. There we go. Oh, dear Lord. Are you serious? Wow, chat. I'm impressed. Someone decided to take SN81 for a 265-kilometer long journey. Just to be clear, SN81 is limited to 90 kilometers per hour, if I remember correctly. You can't go faster in this thing. So doing 265 kilometers in that thing is... Oh, this is really scary, mate. That would be... Well, technically it wouldn't be much longer stream than the 7-hour long one that I did the other day with SM42, but back then I actually had some significant cargo. I should ask for a really long timetable in SN81. You can try. I mean, if you have patience to do that, then yes, that's something you can do. I remember I made that mistake with SM42, pulling enough weight to limit my train to like 50 kilometers per hour. And that wasn't the greatest of the best of my ideas, honestly. It's... Let's be honest, that wasn't the best of my ideas. Because that timetable took me 7 hours or 7.5 hours, if I remember correctly. Okay, I'm slowing down in case dispatcher won't make it to set my signals. I'm currently doing 60. And yeah, my signal is still red. So I shall stop. There we go. I got entry, but I don't have exit yet, so I'm not gonna rush through this place. We got Warszowice. I'm not supposed to stop here. Not sure what that dispatcher is doing. I think he might be trying to secure my route, and obviously is the communication with the dispatcher using chat only? Yes, at this moment it's only chat. The only exception from that is if we are both on the TeamSpeak 3 server, and then I can eventually join a chat with the dispatcher if he is also there, because not every single dispatcher is actually joining Discord. I hope that wasn't a... No, okay, that was Warszowice. I wasn't supposed to even stop here. Right, I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing, because as you can see, chat, my route gets a little bit more complicated than it should. Okay, now I got full entry. But yes, at this point, the best method and the only method to really communicate with dispatcher is using chat. But in many cases, you don't really need to communicate with dispatcher unless you are stationary. Outside of like stationary communication, you got some quick messages. So obviously buttons F1 to F12, they got like a quick messages and quick commands function. So some of them are actually well, some of them can be programmed by you. Some of them are pre-programmed to do specific thing, like initiate radio stop, which you shouldn't be doing unless there is emergency. And that's another way how you can communicate with the dispatcher. So you can just send one of those quick messages. And there's another exception if you are playing in organized session, which I did few times with some sort of group. Back then I used to play with IPTG Discord server, and they have like every now and then they organize like a session on TL2 server, and then we joined a Discord together and we actually simulated like a fixed route, so you always traveled on the same route, for example, for several hours, and there's like a regular traffic. It gets busier, it gets lighter, and dispatchers had to deal with like regular timetables while drivers could drive their regular trains, and you had many different situations on the route, obviously, and sometimes the route was busy, sometimes the route was clear. So that's how it works, and then you can communicate using like a voice command and like speak with them. Okay, I'm still approaching Strumień. I slowed down a little bit more than I should, but that's because I was too focused on talking rather than watching what I'm doing. Apparently my brain sometimes can't process both together at once, so I'd rather slow down. Right, the question is, I hope that dispatcher didn't set my route all the way through. I just hope he haven't done that. Okay, yeah, that was probably Dembina. Not too bad. I am slightly late. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, we need to slow down a bit. There we go. Okay, so my route is set correctly. And just as I hit 80, I entered 80 km/h speed limit zone. Okay, I can actually slow down a little bit more. Not too much. We should still have some extra space behind the semaphore before we arrive at the station. Okay, that's 60. There we go. That's the platform. Okay. And that is a nice and slow stop. There we go. Let's give passengers a few seconds to board, and then we are going to begin our route all the way to the final destination. Okay, let's give him a thumbs up. Level 6 dispatcher. Perfect. And off we go. So we should arrive at Zgierz in about 4 minutes, really. It's not that far away. There we go. Okay. We will have to slow down to 100 really soon. It's not really the longest scenery. Or at least it is long in one direction, but then it is very short in the other one, so that pretty much compensates for each other. There we go. And now I am approaching Zgierz. Okay, and I also need to slow down quite significantly. There is a 30 km/h speed limit. And I'm going way too fast. The last thing I want to do on such route is to ram into 30 km/h speed limit while doing more than 30 km/h. Okay, and we also got entry to the station, which is perfect. Station entry is at 40 km/h, but there is 30 on that bridge. Okay, we can now let it coast. Okay, and I've been sent across across every single possible siding, of course, right next to maintenance crews that were working on the tracks. Wait. Oh, don't tell me he sent me outside of the platform area. Of course he did. Why would you do that? Oh dear lord. Oh, okay, there it... Well, that's very unusual location. It scared me a little bit, but yeah, we are eventually finishing on this platform, right in front of the station building. Okay, the question is, should I block? Yes, I should block the junction. Why not? There we go. We can now jump off. Chat. This is our lovely train. And we have just arrived at the last stop of our today's journey. That's it, chat. That is it. We arrived. We are here at Zgierz. Let me just... There we go. Let's take that nice shot at the train. Perfect. Okay. Chat. Thank you very much for joining me today. It was amazing. It was truly amazing. Oh, as I can see, there's a problem. There is a problem, chat. There's a problem. Let me go to main menu. Why is this? Oh, okay. I forgot about this. Streamer fail. Yeah, I forgot that I got my standard background on, and yeah, and train driver wasn't playing in the background. There we go. Now it is. We got those nice screenshots, nice trains, so we can still watch some train action while I will say farewell and see you next week, chat. So thank you very much for watching me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and if you are watching me on YouTube, then press that subscribe button. I really appreciate every single person who does that. On top of that, if you really want to support my channel here on YouTube, please consider to become a channel member. That is really nice that there are some people who are willing to pay for this, and yes, I will provide like a monthly updates from channel analytics to all my crew members, and on top of that you get access to some nice emotes that you can use on the chat. You get unique you get pretty much like a crew member badge that is displayed next to your nickname, and the badge will keep upgrading for as long as you keep your membership active. The night mode, I can't wait for it. So when it comes to night modes, Ogdoa, it's something that I featured at the very beginning of the stream. So after the stream ends, I strongly encourage you to rewind more to the start of the stream, and you will see me driving at night in Train Driver 2 in single player mode, unfortunately, because there is a mod for nighttime, and you can see how the game will look at night at this current setting. Although it is not an official mod, when it comes to nighttime, it's going to be added at some point by the developers, and it's going to be done a little bit better than it is now. But yes, it is amazing. I've seen that, and everyone could see that at the beginning of the stream. And just to quickly address that. What was I? Yes. So, subscribe, join channel member if you really want to support me. And if you are watching me on Twitch, please feel free to follow me. Also, don't forget that I'm running a small contest on my Discord server, so feel free to join that as well. You can find links to my Discord under the player on Twitch or in video description here on YouTube. And in announcement channel, you can read a little bit more details about currently going contest, and I strongly encourage everyone to join it. Right, thanks very much, and see you next time. Bye-bye.